Back in 2012, I sat down with then First Lady Michelle Obama and Sam Kass. At the time, Sam was not only the White House chef, look at me there, but also a senior policy, and look at Sam, he was a senior policy advisor on nutrition and food. It was for the Let's Move campaign, you might remember. It focused on healthy eating and childhood obesity. Now, more than a decade later, Sam is sounding a very different kind of alarm, that climate change could erase entire foods from our lives. I know your ears have been buzzing each time we've talked about this. We're going to get into it because it's all part of Sam's latest book, The Last Supper. Sam Kass joins us right now in studio.
Oh, it's
wow.
so good to see you.
What a reunion.
So many years.
I mean, we've had a couple reunions. Our kids know each other,
Yeah.
which is very cool, but it's such a different conversation, I feel now, because while we talked about access, healthy habits, obesity, it seems like your thought process with this has evolved greatly and kind of sounds a little more dire.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when you're focused on the health of the country and the next generation, what you start to realize when you look at the science is that the biggest threat to that is actually climate change and the pressures that climate is going to put on ourselves to be able to produce healthy and affordable food for everybody is under real threat. And really our very way of life, what we love every morning with a cup of coffee or a chocolate bar at night.
Wait, I love chocolate. So when are you saying that this could disappear?
So things like chocolate, coffee, wine, and a long list of foods that we love are really under threat because of the extreme volatility we're starting to face, increasing droughts, floods. Those kind of things are really impacting our ability to produce these foods that we know and love and totally take for granted. Last year, for example, chocolate prices were up 200%. It's just like the very beginning, right? The impacts of climate are just starting to hit us.
And you're really getting to the ear of our viewers because we're always talking about the sticker shock of grocery prices and, you know, blaming that on inflation, but obviously climate change and the macro scale of it all is part of that story.
It's absolutely part of that story. And so we have a lot of work to do. One, to reduce the negative impacts that food is having on the environment. It's the #2 driver of emissions globally. It's the #1 driver of deforestation and land use. Like every time you see a tree in the Amazon get cut down, it's actually for a cow. And it's the #1 use of fresh water. And so that's right now. And we have to prepare our system to be able to grow food in that very extreme weather that we're going to face in the future. And right now, we're just not doing that. So we have a lot of work to do if we want to maintain the delicious lives that we have.
Clearly, we do. And let's just share with the viewers, you obviously have a great vantage point because of what you've done as chef, senior advisor, advisor to then President Obama. And also, I think you're also with an investing group. Why is your perspective different from maybe somebody who was doing this solely based on activism?
Yeah, I mean, I think, when the former First Lady tells you, like, this is important, go fix it, it forces you to get out of the ideals of what you, like, hope would be and start to actually work in what is. And then how do we actually move our system forward in a way that is rooted in the realities that we face? I think so. You become much more pragmatic to start. But I think what's clear is that the challenges are so enormous that we're going to need new innovations and new technologies if we're going to meet the moment, and that we're out of time. Like we really going to have to start to make a lot more progress more quickly if our kids and our grandkids are going to be able to eat in a healthy, affordable way.
We got to close it out, but before we go, obviously families, our viewers want to be a part of the solution, but they may not know where to start. What's something that they can do?
I'd say the three really quick things is one, we need to eat less meat. We're eating too much meat, and it's the biggest driver of environmental damage. I love meat, but I'm trying to eat less of it. Two, support brands that are even claiming to do something more sustainably, even if you don't know, if you're not sure. Just sending the signal that matters to us as consumers is important. And third is vote. We have to vote for people who believe in science, who believe in these issues around climate. And if we do those three things, we can make a lot of difference.
Well, I'm so glad that you continue to have this conversation. Read Sam Kass's book, The Last Supper. I mean, I've been learning so much listening to it on Audible right now. But it's an important conversation. Sam Kass, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Charlene, that will be the first book I read without pictures in it in a very long time. I will read that book. It's fascinating, and he's a wonderful person.